The New York State Constitution provides for proper vetting of bills before they are voted on, allowing time for responsible legislators to do their due diligence. Only in case of extreme emergencies should the governor circumvent this process. Why are we being bullied into voting on this bill without our proper, responsible due diligence? Solely due to the governor's misguided, egotistic notion that this will advance his presidential aspirations. As if anybody in this nation, other than he, actually care about who comes out first, second, or last in gun control legislation that only restricts the rights of law-abiding citizens and does nothing to remove illegal guns from the criminals. I agree with elements of this bill, strengthening Kendra's law, exempting FOIL requests for legal gun owners. Especially important to me are the proactive measures regarding the mentally ill. Remember, every one of the heinous circumstances we have unfortunately witnessed over the last few years were caused by people with severe mental problems. But each provision should be voted on for its merits as a standalone bill. There are provisions in this bill redefining semi-automatic weapons that will make law-abiding citizens a new class of criminals overnight. I come to Albany proudly and voluntarily as a citizen legislator. I leave my wife and 3 young daughters home alone for days at a time to represent my constituents up here, far from home. After what happened to the young mother in Loganville, Georgia, who defended her 2 young children against an intruder, this bill will turn me into a criminal because you can bet that before I leave to do the people's work, there will be more than 7 bullets in the magazine of my wife's firearm. Here are some real emergencies for our state. Not one word in the governor's State of the State on unfunded mandate relief for our counties that must cough up to the state an average of 96 cents on every property tax dollar. Number 2, Albany, Rochester, and Syracuse are on the verge of declaring bankruptcy because of these mandates, with the governor currently negotiating bailouts for these cities. Yonkers is close behind. Who do you think will pay for these bailouts? Why aren't we here all night at your command to solve these problems, Governor Cuomo? I will leave you with these quotes. 1, a free people ought not only to be armed, but they should have sufficient arms and ammunition to maintain a status of independence from any who might attempt to abuse them, which would include their own government. George Washington. Number 2, the world is filled with violence. Because criminals carry guns, we decent law-abiding citizens should also carry guns. Otherwise, they will win and decent people will lose. James Earl Jones. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.